What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the left side of the map in the blue color, playing as Gaia. Gaia the Fierce Knight. No, just Gaia. His name is Ulysses. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Zeus. His name is Skady. The map is Tundra. We have a cheeky game. These guys played a butt ton of games, so I just handpicked a couple of them. They played so many. And I absolutely love watching Skady play Age of Mythology. He is one of the most hilarious Age of Mythology players out there. He loves including villages in his army. He loves going to town on his opponent with whatever cheese he can think of. But he is against Ulysses in this game. And Ulysses is no pushover. He is going with Gaia. Gaia is an incredibly strong pick, though potentially some consider her underpowered. But she has some really good games up her sleeve if you play in a certain style. So we'll see what Ulysses is going to be able to come up with here in this game. Gaia generally in this matchup is going to want to go for Spider Lair. And this thing that's really good about going for Spider Lair is if you can get some value out of it, or you're going for Leto, if you can get some value out of Spider Lair, it's just dead units, and that just gives you an advantage. And then conversely, what Skady is going to want to do here is he's going to want to go for Centaur. But Centaur against Gaia aren't quite the same as Centaur against Uranus, because there's a very interesting Gaia strategy which involves underproducing units and making heroes. So so the Centaur come in, they go to shoot their arrow, you make the unit into a hero. That's it. You make it into a hero and you go about your merry way. So we'll see if that's something that Ulysses is going to go for here. There's obviously a whole bunch of different options here for Skady. You can also try and go through Athena if you so chooses. There is a forward gold mine here, and a big fast Athena rush here on this map would be huge. You can do a sub 4 minute advance time here with Zeus and put the pressure on straight away, getting a Jason Odysseus. This is Ulysses after all. Jason Odysseus on this gold mine with a Minotaur, hitting this probably being on this gold mine before the Gaia has advanced. So before 4:30, you would get to this gold mine with a Minotaur as well to boot, plus a hoplite coming as well, with potentially archers coming behind it. So you could potentially end this game very fast with an Athena rush. So we'll see if that's something that Skady's going to try here in this game or not. And the Katoska boss running around, doing its thing. Villagers shooting the caribou, living the dream. And we are seeing what Skady is trying to do. He looks like he's going for Hermes. He's already got 2 villagers on the favor. So you can just go. There's actually another strategy here. This is a strategy which I think if people understood it and actually were like, yeah, let's give it a try, it's actually really strong. The strategy works really well on Extended Edition as well, to be honest. Better on Extended Edition than on Booli, and I'll tell you the reason why. The strategy is pure Centaur, fast Mythic. So you go 8 villages on wood, and then you just put everything onto food, and you get 5 villages on gold. Once you click up to Heroic Age, you put like 10 to 12 villages on gold, and then the rest stay on food. You click up to the Mythic Age, Lightning Storm the opponent's army, live the dream, get your Bellerophon out, and you start raiding with the Bellerophon. The reason it's better on Extended Edition is because on Extended Edition you have a 5-second jump, so you can get more raids happening. You just jump in, you kill off a villager, you run away, you jump in, you kill off a villager. You've got an Anubite, which has got 6.0 speed and more damage on the jump. So that is one way here to play Zeus in this matchup, and it's in a couple of different matchups. You can try this as well. It would probably work out fairly well against certain Poseidon strategies. Or certain Greek strategies as well could do that, and obviously against like an Odin or something, you can get a lot of value out of it. So we'll see how this game's going to go. You'll see no surprises going through Leto, no fast second town center. We see a military barracks coming down. Just one military barracks. Now, I don't know if this is on purpose here for Ulysses. He might be dropping down a counter barracks here, but I absolutely love not going Terma in this situation against the Hermes, because Terma are useless. You're missing out on that 0.5 speed, which is really helpful, allows them to dodge arrows, and you just don't need to build them for any reason. Your opponent's not making archers, your opponent's not making counter archers, your opponent's just not doing anything where that's concerned. So we are seeing what looks to be Automaton, Murmillo. So in Automaton are fine. They can take out those. They can take out those Centaur. The Centaur sniping your Murmillo's not a big. Your Automatons is not a big deal because they're going to be able to repair themselves up. And we do see an immediate hero Murmillo here. Immediate bolt coming through by Skady. Nice play. The villagers getting pushed back. This Gaia forest placement, very very nice as well. As we are seeing the units moving in here, and this bad boy is going to be very annoying. I would like to see a Gaia forest get cast here. He's just going to chuck it over here to make sure he can continue gathering some resources there. Oh, unfortunately, took a big amount of damage there onto that Murmillo as the towers do end up coming up. I don't think it's in range. I think you can keep staying in here with the Odysseus, but not happening just yet. And Skady getting out of here. So what's Skady's follow-up here? There's no military buildings getting thrown down. He's got 11 villages on wood, though. I'm not sure what that indicates, but that's a lot of villages on wood. 3 villagers on favor, just going to be spamming out those Centaur, and we'll see how he's going to go here.
Λέγε. Πρόσεχε. Έτοιμος.
Oh.
Λέγε.
The Centaur decided to like moonwalk through the tundra tree, but came back out. It's one of those quirks of age mythology with the Centaur. I'm surprised they didn't fix it because they probably knew about it when the Titans came out, but no patches after that either. It's just like, no, it's just a quirk. It's pretty funny. So right now, Skady, he's looking like he's going for a second town center here. He's got a good amount of gold. He's got a good amount of wood. Going for a second town center here makes a little bit of sense. So we'll see what his actual plan is. Kind of playing a little bit like an Odin or something, I guess you could say. Not an Odin, a bit like an Uranus, I guess you could say. As more Centaur are going to be coming in. Still no citizen kills just yet. All the low HP citizens have been pulled back onto the goats. Do we have husbandry? No, we do not. It's not coming in. Big mistake from Ulysses there. And Ulysses just has to sit in his base. He's got a good amount of these automatons here now. He does have to be careful not to throw them away, but he can use those to take down those Centaur very, very nicely here. So I'm starting to see a couple of Murmillo coming in, or Terma, I should say. Would heroize those. He's going to be trying to take down the Odysseus here. And there's the town center going up for Skady. Obviously, I said this was probably pretty good. One of the options here. I would have really, really liked to see him go for an early lightning storm, but that's just me. You can only get what you can get. As you can just see that, like right now, Ulysses has got nothing. He can't leave his base. If he loses his base, he's going to lose a bunch of Murmillo to special abilities. So he just has to sit in here as the as right now, Skady's got nothing that he has to deal with here. He's just, let me just kill you. I can hunt the entire map, no problems. And we do see, look, that's perfect there from Skady, sniping those Murmillo with the special ability. But the Automaton coming in, getting big damage done. Retreating right now. If this was extended edition, you can actually incorporate into this strategy a Hippocrates who can move in and heal these bad boys back up. So you do this strategy, but you just leave the Hippocrates over here, and as these Terma take damage, you move back and heal them back up, making it incredibly strong to do this strategy with Zeus on extended edition. Whether you get this town center or not is up to you. And now the question really is, can Skady afford to get all of this out? It's looking like he can. And maybe he's going 2 town centers straight to the Mythic Age. Again, do you need to build units here? I mean, maybe not. 1,400 gold left. You're probably going to be running into a Thea fairly shortly. You can get yourself Temple of Healing as well. That's one way of exactly. Mr. Dean the Bean in the chat saying that's totally an option. Going through Apollo with that fast heroic with the Centaur, get that going. You don't need to bother with the Hippocrates, but you do have to run your Centaur all the way back home It does heal faster though.
Λέγε. Λέγε.
But then you also, it doesn't really make sense if you'd get that because you're trying to get to the Mythic Age. Lightning Storm your opponent. Oh, dearie me. We are seeing Ulysses now starting to move out of his base. The Centaur of Skady looking for something here as the villagers sitting idly by over here. Doing their thing. Is he going to come in here? He doesn't actually know. So Skady hasn't seen the movement. The villagers are coming over here, but ooh, this is going to be dangerous. Skady's got some sixth sense here. He has got a ridiculously big brain. I don't know if he saw that or not. He may have seen it, but I don't know. He's pulling back. Where's he going? He's going over here. He must have seen the dead elk and be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't go this way. He's probably over here. You just see the Centaur coming in. You got to be super careful here. There's a Murmillo. There's a warrior Automaton you could snipe as well. Deciding to get out of here instead. As the villagers go back to work. Nice play from Ulysses to keep all these villagers alive. Skady throwing up some houses as well. He still hasn't thrown down a single military building. He's going 3 town centers, ladies and gentlemen. The ultimate greed. The ultimate greed. And he still has ceasefire as well if he needs to chuck a ceasefire down. Ulysses is still 1 town center. He's seeing his opportunity now to push out. We just see a warrior Automaton getting sniped down here. I would just go after those Murmillo, leave the warrior Automatons because they're just going to heal themselves back up or rebuild themselves. As here, a Murmillo getting created there. As we are seeing Skady attempt to micro this around. Very, very smart to just run in circles here and just hit and run as best as he can. But Ulysses is too smart. He's not going to just chase those Centaur with everything. He's going to go after the units of Skady. And Skady is all over the map right now. He could very easily take a lot of damage. And right now, do we have an armory? No armory for Skady. He's still just building Centaur. I do think that this build here maybe a little bit too greedy from Skady. 2 town centers straight to the heroic age. Maybe he's going now in with those hoplites. And he might get himself, he's getting himself an archery range as well. So hoplite Toxotes with all of those Chiroballister out. See how it's going to go. The Centaur coming in, going to be cleaning up so many of these, so many of those Murmillo there. Ulysses, not much resources in the back, not many resources in the back, excuse me, to make heroes from those Murmillo there. The Centaur getting sniped off as he's retreating back into his base, ready to start turning around, picking off some of those Murmillo. There is 1 Murmillo hero, which is enough to scare him enough to keep running. The Centaur pathing is incredibly bad though. If you can micro this a little bit better, you should be grabbing like 3 Centaur onto each Murmillo, so you can hit them and kill off a couple of them. Hit or 4 Centaur, 1 minute. I can't remember which it is, but you could definitely be doing that, getting a little bit more value. Now Skady is getting himself out those hoplites, 102, 125. Oh god, what's happening here? Village just decided to drop everything off. Try and get those units out. Again, Skady can still go heroic age here, no problems. We do see a town center now coming up for Ulysses, very, very late. He might try and get his 3rd as well. Behind this, rebuilding his mana, making sure his villages are safe here, as the Centaur are continuously coming in here, sniping these bad boys off. But Ulysses making those hero Murmillo. Very smart to do that. And the Centaur getting out of here. Completely fine. Villagers getting the granary up. Going to eat these Aurochs over here. A little bit greedy. He might get caught there. But obviously Skady is deeming it worthwhile to try and hunt as much as he can. He definitely is trying to get to the next stage. We see the citizen retreating away. Hero citizen getting made. There's nothing wrong with making a hero citizen. They're very useful, but they're very expensive. So he does end up losing 1 or 2. I do think it's well worth it to split these Centaur up into multiple groups. If you have the APM to control it, go multiple groups of Centaur, hit multiple different locations. Much more likely to snipe units or snipe villages if your opponent has to kind of follow all that. And there's the armory coming up as Skady is trying to get to the next age. Ulysses is also getting to the next age as well. We do see it has irrigation. So his food economy, very, very big. There's the town center up for Ulysses as well. As the Murmillo have been pushed back. Armory just about to pop up here for Ulysses as Skady is going to get his armory down. See Jason and Olympic parentage here. No immediate upgrade there, and there's the Apollo. I like Apollo here, but you have to be well aware that your Underworld can be Tartarian gated, and you can't cast it on your opponent's Lush. So you do have to pick your battles there. So it's very important to put it in like a place where if it's Tartarian gated, it doesn't matter. You like don't mind having to have a Tartarian gate there. So like maybe in the middle of the map somewhere, away from your base, would be useful. And we do see these villagers over here now, ready to start getting the Aurochs, doing all the good stuff. Odysseus turning in here, ready to hold on. We do see the Gaia getting the town center up right now, and Skady, like he's going to be Mythic Age first, and that normally in the Atlantean versus Greek war, the first person to get Mythic Age generally has the advantage. This is Gaia, and Gaia's a different beast. Gaia can hold for ages because of reasons like regeneration of the health, HP of the buildings, Gaia Lush, all that good stuff. Gaia can also get an implode to put your like completely stunts your progress. And I think we will be seeing that mark coming up here as fast as possible. 3 villagers getting that one up. As we are seeing Skady attempt to push through here. He wants to make a move. We just see the Spider Left finally getting some value here. Meanwhile, we've got some raids from Ulysses. He spotted the villagers killing the Aurochs. Yes, a raid. And Skady, he could sell some food, sell some wood. He does do that. And he is going through Hera. So no surprises here. The best play with Hera, generally speaking, is Underworld into your opponent's base. Kill off the town center. Their army comes. Lightning Storm. That's normally the best play here. So we'll see if that's what Skady is going to go for. If he's going to get some upgrades on his hoplites. He will have a Colossus. He is trying to build the Pegasus here, so it is pretty obvious that's what he's trying to go for, getting himself fortified town centers as well. Meanwhile, villagers over here are falling. And Skady, the master of villager shanking, will start to shank these Murmillo, and Ulysses retreats away. Going to keep these guys a little bit idle here. It's the army looking over here to push in. He's got 11 hoplites, but no upgrades on them, and he has got himself medium infantry coming through. Where's that Pegasus going? It's going to be looking to hit the gold mine, I guess. But I think you want to attack this town center. Is probably your best bet. Not this town center, but maybe this town center. Just because of the watchtowers, it makes it a bit sad. If you've got a Colossus in your army, probably take it down fairly easily. So we'll see where he's trying to go, and he does fly over here. Sees the gold mine. If he comes maybe an Underworld here over to here, probably do something, but see how it's going to go. The army pushing in. Is Skady getting himself heavy infantry? Not just yet. Able to push in and take down these Caraballister very, very easily here. And Skady's got a very big advantage at this point. So we'll see if he's going to be able to hold on to it, or we'll see what's going to happen. Big lightning storm. The units will immediately garrison here. This is not the way to use lightning storm. We check out Ulysses. Normally we see the population did actually end up falling quite heavily. It's still a 12 Murmillo in this palace remaining. So we do see a spider egg getting thrown down. The heavy Murmillo popping out here. Not killing the spider eggs, eh? He's going to lose a couple of units here for free. And it's looking like Skady, his push is kind of being thwarted a little bit. We do have the Medusa coming in as well. Did I say Medusa before? What I meant was you throw a fortress down, you get a Heliopoli. That's what I meant. I don't know, sometimes I say the darndest of things. Right now, huge advantage. We've got the mummy in here as well. This unit is actually really, really good. It's well worth building multiple of that unit there. And Skady's probably got a whole bunch of resources in the bank. He's getting himself the Heliopolis. As the Toxotes getting sniped down. Army retreating away. You can also use the mummy to raid your opponent with that special ability there. You can one-hit villagers with the Medusa. And no garrisoning to help there. I mean, you can garrison if you get there early enough, but oftentimes it doesn't really happen. A whole bunch of idle units need to come in here for Skady. He's going to send them through fairly soon. And Heliopolis just waiting on it. I'm not sure. Maybe you can just delete some units, I guess. There's always, like, once you get out enough of these Heliopolis, if you're finding it's too hard to push forward, that's when you go for the Underworld. But only if you have a couple of siege weapons behind it. Did I say mummy? Medusa? Medusa, mummy, all the same thing. My brain has left my body. You see the Manticore going after these bad boys here. More Toxotes coming in. Town Center living very much alive here. It's more Myrmidon actually coming in for Skady here. As I don't know. He's got a whole bunch of idle units. But I don't know why his population is so low. He's making himself Medusa. I mean, Manticore. Mass Manticore makes sense to take out down those medium Arcus, I guess. It's kind of trying to roleplay a little bit like Hyperion. Do we have trade or something? Yeah. We've got the biggest Matrius market in the world. But that was the early market, so we might go and set up a big one a bit later. A better one a bit later. There's the Bellerophon coming in. And right now, Bellerophon doesn't do a whole lot here. There's nothing for him to do. He could be over here. He could be over here. He could be over here. Just checking out the gold mines. Making sure nothing's going on. A couple of villages here in the corner. That's where you send Bellerophon against Atlantean. And against most players. Against most civilizations. You can bring Bellerophon back. You can bring Bellerophon back when he when like myth units come out. He's just fast enough to just run around the map, but you still so much more damage with raiding with that unit than otherwise. And Skady's still not able to make this push happen. He's like struggling for some reason. I'm not sure. It's just Gaia for you, ladies and gentlemen. Gaia, just really, really strong defending civilization. Ulysses is not going to be able to get to the Mythic Age anytime soon. An implode on this position would be huge, especially just behind here. So if he can get up through that, he's going to be in a great position. He's going Arcus Destroyer right now, which is going to help out a lot against the army comp that Skady's going. Medusa, Manticore doing their thing. Over here we see a stray Toxotes going to get taken out by the Arcus here. Some side builds coming up for Skady to try and take control of the map. There really hasn't been a whole lot of walling here from Skady, which might just be a product of Skady's playstyle. He doesn't normally play games that go this long. He likes to finish them a bit earlier. But at this point, you should be thinking about walling the entire map up, making sure that your opponent can't get in. Because if you let a Gaia into your side of the map with like channels plus hero citizen, like where is a hero? There was one that was built, right? I can't. Where's a hero citizen? Do you see one? Was it sniped? Was it killed? Hero citizen. There was one built, right? Maybe it was killed. I don't see it. It must have been picked off. But the hero citizen gets a little bit of extra speed. So it's already at 3.9. So I think it goes up by another 0.65. I don't know. It goes up by a lot. So those hero citizen can just lightning storm killed it. So you can just come in here and just like throw up palace incredibly quickly with those. There's the Underworld here. He's going to try and take down some citizen. Obviously, Ulysses is just going to run straight away. Okay. I'm going to take it back. Don't use Underworld on villages. Use it on a town center and a town center alone. Right here is the place to go. I know I've got omniscience and he doesn't, but this is what Skady sees. He sees that this is potentially the place. He sees. I would send a Pegasus in there. And now Skady is like, I don't know what's happened. His economy's gone to shit. And Ulysses is going to be able to get to the next stage. We're going to see Skady maybe not aware that there's a gold mine. No, he knows there's a gold mine there. We see Skady moving up to the top side of the map here for whatever reason. Army coming back. Going to try and deal with these units here. What a wild turn of events here. This is just some just Gaia shenanigans here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we did see the lightning storm completely wasted, but not completely wasted, but just not get max value out of it. Yeah, seemingly so, Gaia can outspan the Zeus, but I mean, economically, Skady should be in front right now. Economically, he should be, because he's got a trade route. He's got 80 villages. Ulysses has got max citizen, but that's 25 citizen isn't nearly what Skady's got. So Skady should be fine here, but he's just not trading efficiently. There's so many Arcus. And right now, because there's so many Arcus, it's like your opponent's got this really big ball of units you can't really kill. If you just have a whole bunch of siege and you Underworld here, you just win. We see the Bellerophon coming back in, a little bit of micro, takes a little bit of damage, tanks all that Arcus damage. Yeah, he could stop making army and just build Heliopolis into this fortress and then pop them all out, and then this army actually does nothing. So Bellerophon just needs to move in, jump onto these Dryads here, it seems. He's going after the Arcus. Sometimes Bellerophon just randomly misses units. It's another reason why you don't want him in your army. You want him raiding. What can you do? Villagers still coming through for Skady. He's going to try and get something happening here. He still has no siege. There's the towers. I'm sure Ulysses' economy is starting to look like he can get to the next age. And implode here is going to be huge. Ulysses can get himself a heavy Arcus as well, which would be huge. And there's the Bellerophon spotting this gold mine. This could be tough for Ulysses. He's going to be running out of gold here. The Underworld is still up, so basically Skady's got eyes on every gold mine. So once this gold mine goes down, it could be lights out here for Ulysses. But I'm sure Ulysses... Oh, he's going Hecate. Why Hecate? So the... Hecate's an early game god power. Early game Mythic Age pick. The reason we see Hecate all the time is because oftentimes the Atlantean players rush Mythic Age. If it's past 20 minutes, generally speaking, going Hecate is really, really bad. It's better to go the other god, Helios or, I honestly can never remember anything, or Atlas, Helios or Atlas. So the reason why Atlas in the late game is better than Hecate is not necessarily for implode. Implode obviously going to give him some help, but this upgrade here, wait, where is it? This upgrade here, Titan Shield, extra 15% building, hack, and crush vulnerability. Keeps your buildings alive forever. Makes your late game really, really strong. And obviously the implode here would be huge because it would blow everything up here and kill all those Toxotes off. But not happening. We do see the Heliopolis trying to push in, taking down those Arcus, doing the best he can. There's the Bellerophon running around, still looking for something. We do have the Citizen coming up onto this position. The Pegasus is here with 3 HP. Skady will probably just send the Bellerophon over here. Clean these bad boys up. Citizen moving over here. Nope, Skady sees it all, but he's not paying attention just yet. Hecate just about to pop, and he will be using that god power on this Underworld. You can see him running straight in here. Immediately going to chuck the Tartarian Gate down. Kill off this. Nope, he can't use it. He can't use it. There's too many units around the Underworld. Too smart. Well played there, Skady. He still hasn't sent anything over here just yet. The citizens have all been sniped by something there. I'm not sure what happened. Down center going down, and Ulysses has got to be asking himself, why in God's earth? God's green earth. Gaia's green earth. Why in Gaia's green earth did I go Hecate in this game? He's going to be chucking his, he's going to be sending a Citizen in here. We'll see a Tartarian Gate get thrown down. Citizen pulled back, maybe, well, he can't build anything. He can build a barracks or something like that, but town center's fallen. Skady with an overwhelming advantage here. Citizen have snuck over here, but Skady smartly just starts shanking. And the villagers going after this Tartarian gate. Skady's probably got a ton of resources in the bank. Not really. He's going to make himself the heroes here to tank the Tartarian spawns. Exactly what you need to do. You don't necessarily have to like kill them. If you can micro it a little bit, so you get your hero out, you run your villagers back into the town center, you take get the hero to tank, run him over here, send all your villagers in to take the Tartarian gate down. Is like that you want to basically abuse the AI there as much as you possibly can. You can have these heroes slicing into Tartarian spawns as much as you like. This does get regen though. Tartarian gate does regen. What are you talking about? It regens. Steve was here. Yeah, that's the benefit of going. You put your Gaia trio of this, and you can basically have it sit here forever against the arrow fire. It's a building. All buildings regenerate. It just doesn't show in the tooltip for some reason. I think it shows in the tooltip on EE. There's a whole bunch of bugs in this game. Tell you what. But now that the buildings have been cleaned up, no more Gaia lush here. Skady can move in, grab this town center, and feel very, very happy about his position. In fact, he could also buy food and buy wood here for very cheap. Maybe not wood, but buy food for very, very cheap at this point. If he needs to. 100 HP left on the Tartarian gate. Another Jason coming forward. We'll end up sniping that down, and Jason should be able to pick off all of those Tartarian spawns. And in that moment, no more Tartarian gate, no more chances for Ulysses. I would have loved to have seen this game go the distance. I reckon Implode here would have stuck all the units in, so he would have lost all those Toxotes. He would have lost the entirety of these towers. All the towers are gone, potentially lose the Underworld passage as well. And then he's able to make a big push through here and then come up here and grab this gold mine with the palace like he has. And he'd be a fantastic position. But he didn't go for that, and Skady gets the dub, even after a little bit of misplaying here. So the things I want to see here from our Zeus players in this matchup is 1 town center fast mythic seems really, really strong. But 2 town center, 3, whatever Skady did here seems fine as well. Definitely don't need to be building units against Gaia too early. The next thing is raid with your bloody Bellerophon instead of in the army. Because I just noticed that he doesn't get that much value here, but he get max value raiding a gold mine, max raiding value of a gold mine, raiding the food here, raiding this. Get a forward temple up so that you can heal him with temple of healing. So good. And then finally, Underworld here. Heliopoli, go. He's over here. He has to run back over here. He comes over here. You retreat back. You push through here. GG. That's the strats. Well played by Skady though. GG. If you enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.